morning to you.
How was your day yesterday? You have a slight
It
headache?
was, yeah, I do.
Charlie,
It was a packed day yesterday.
Please bring her
but
water.
we thank God we're alive, and we thank God that we're here. It's a special day, a super, super special day.
Because of our money box?
I tell you what, because of everything, you've asked for people to send you the 3 things they're grateful about. We're super grateful that you all can join us every morning. But we've got a special man who's celebrating his 70th birthday today. Yeah, it's his birthday. That's him.
Papa J.
Former President Jerry John Rawlings turned 70 today.
You know, I was born the same year that he became prominent in Ghana.
Ah, okay.
So,
but not the same month.
No, 1979.
Okay.
Wow. Papa J.
Yo, okay.
Yo,
so this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing on the show today. You know Uncle Ibo White's Roland?
Yep.
He's putting up a drama, an exclusive showing just for Mr. Jerry John Rawlings and his close friends and associate this evening at the National Theatre.
What time is it?
It's strictly by invitation, so keep your money. But
Don't worry,
this is what we're doing on the show for you today.
No problem.
We've got tickets.
I've got connection.
If you want to watch this drama, it's not just that. There's a special cocktail.
What's the title?
Damaged Goods.
I think I've watched it before.
You haven't. That's the latest play, by the way. So if you want to join Mr. Rawlings as he celebrates his 70th birthday,
Papa J,
and also have some special drinks and meet his friends and things like that, let us know here on the show this morning. We will tell you how you can get a ticket to be at the National Theatre and watch a play with Mr. Rawlings and drink with him as well.
I'll be there. I have connection. I'll call Uncle Ibo White. Links. Well, so three things.
Send us a message, send us a WhatsApp, send us a regular text, and then you can go on Facebook as well.
All right. So 3 things you're grateful for, and this one is from Debbie Alikem from Asamine Kese. Yo, man. Yo. Okay, so you say, I'm thankful for the life of my husband and family. Please stop calling. The line is not yours, it's ours. And I thank God for myself and my children and His kingdom. I thank God for the peace and love in my home. And you end, I love my husband, Pa.
Hey.
Good morning, Mama V. Why? Oh, that's from Samuel. Takradi says that he's crazy about you.
Oh.
Yo.
I guess in a good way.
Yes, I think so.
Thank you.
She's married. If it's the other way, please, she's married. Hi, Mama V. And you said, please, with my son, Amanito Wilfred Sedinam. Okay, wish my son. Okay, so we wish your son, Wilfred Sedinam Amanito, a happy birthday.
His birthday
He's
today.
2 years today.
Okay.
May he grow in wisdom and stature as Jesus Christ. And this is from his father and mother inside Georgia. Kuli. Yo. Sedinam.
Why are you doing all this yo-yo thing this morning?
Because
like today's a Friday.
No, because of the thing you just played.
Which one is that? Hand go, hand come?
Hand go, hand come, go a rap feel. It's got a rap feel. Okay, so this one says, good morning, Roland. I want you to give me a journalist who can do an undercover investigation about a landlord who is doubling his light bill for his tenants. Okay, now we went.
Why you can't do that investigation yourself?
Now journalists will work with rent control. Don't worry. Example, light bill for May is 40 Ghana, but he made us pay 240 Ghana.
Oh, wow.
This is an Akimoda. For security reasons, I will not give you my name. Charlie, you'd fear to.
Yeah, but why don't you just contact the electricity company of Ghana? I'm sure there's a way they can do so that you don't have to be sharing the same meter with your landlord. You can
Charlie, people give us fill up power. Is it Roland? Allowances of invigilators takes a year before it is paid. Meanwhile, the supervisors get the allowances the very day the examination ends. We're talking about...
What did they agree on? Did they know the terms before they got involved? Yeah. Well, we'll do the newspapers. We'll read a lot more of your messages along the line. We've also got our little money moment where we contribute 20 Ghana cedis to our money box, our Susu box. Maybe I can call for you to be sending pictures of your money box today. What do you say? If you've really, truly been contributing to your box, send us pictures of those boxes today via WhatsApp. We would love to see them and also share it with everybody else watching. But if you want to hang out this evening, it's 5 on the dot at the National Theatre and watch Damaged Goods. produced exclusively for former President Jerry John Rawlings as he turns 70 today, then, well, get in touch with us. I have a few questions that I will ask you. I'm not going to ask you now because you're just going to Google it. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. We'll have a certain time within which you have to give me the correct answer. And that's it. I'll give you a ticket to join Mr. Rawlings celebrate his 70th birthday today. We've got a very good friend of his, by the way, who will be speaking to us here on the AM show. And then it's a Healthy Thursday. We're still continuing with our men's conversation. And today, just like we promised last week, we're talking about
the things around the ghetto. Our programs.
Not exactly.
As men. Men, I keep saying
because
that.
when we started our fertility conversation, there were a lot of issues with masturbating, you know, a lot of dysfunctioning issues. So we're talking about that conversation, boxing everything up later this morning. Roland, let's just do the newspaper.
Okay, this one is from Shadow Walker. Good morning to us from Asamankese. Roland, I swear you always make my day. I swear. Okay.
That's what he says?
Yes. True to be told, Manifest is the God MC for it. Oh, I'm obviously influencing you people. And this one is from Happy Birthday to the former President J.J. Rawlings from Abuaji inside Bolgatanga. Oh. All right. So apparently people have wrong information. I have the right one. The play Damaged Goods is going to start at 7.
Yeah.
No 5.
Okay. Cocktail is
I told you I have connection. Straight.
Well, but if you want to be there, if it's 5, you know, if you're there at 5, you're sure that you can get
Uncle Ebo just gave me a message. Sharp. Said watching.
Yeah, but it's an exclusive event, so don't show up if you don't have a special invitation to be there. They will just sack you. That's why you need an invitation from us this morning. Yeah, but that men's conversation is on sexual disorders in men. Sexual disorders in men.
Since this crusade was started by feminists, it's always on men. How we can function around the ghetto every time. Please do the daily graphic.
Wait, hang on. We opened this up. We said that we're dedicating Thursdays to men in the month of June.
Yes, but we'll do the Ghanaian time.
What else would you want us to discuss?
Please
because we opened the conversation.
I know. It's okay. You do the daily.
Let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper. Front page of the Graphic this morning. Prosecution ready to try 32 alleged killers of Major Mahama. William Barr, the assembly member for Densha Boise, is with this headline. On the front page of the Daily Graphic, you see that in the bit on your screens. Properties of Nayeli, others given to charity. We'll give you detailed accounts of that in our AM News. Ghana School of Law supports Galamsey fight. NIB escapes judgment debt as Supreme Court overturns lower court's decision. Mr. John Kweku Asamoah is managing director of the bank, and he's on the front page of this paper. Lecture on environment held to celebrate JJ at 70 today. Bits and pieces of some of the stories on the front. But let's start with what's on page 3. What makes the banner headline on the front page of the Graphic, which says the Supreme Court yesterday dismissed a $60 million judgment debt entered against the National Investment Bank by the Commercial Division of the Accra High Court in February 2013. The dismissal followed an appeal by the bank challenging the decision of the High Court, which was upheld by the Court of Appeal in October 2015. Interest on the amounts per the High Court judgment was 11% with effect from January 29, 2009 till the date of final payment. Rest of the story, you've got to grab the paper and read some more in the Graphic. Fast forward to page 16, still in the Daily Graphic newspaper, and here we are. The prosecution in the case of the lynched Major Maxwell Adam Mahama says it is ready to prosecute 32 out of the 58 accused persons arraigned so far. The 26 others were discharged by the court, but immediately rearrested by the police as investigations continue into their alleged involvement. The pictures in the Graphic captures the suspects being lined up to the courtroom, and then there are female suspects as well leaving the court premises after the court hearings yesterday. Okay, and then all right, so there are a lot more stuff. Okay, let's just touch briefly on the lecture that's marking JJ at 70 today. That's story on page 53. It says the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Mr. John Peter Mbau, has outlined a number of interventions the government intends to put in place to protect the country's... Okay, that's not exactly the story, is it? Yeah. To put in place to protect the country's environment for future generations. And this is... He was speaking at a symposium organized as part of activities to celebrate the life of former President Jerry John Rawlings, who turns 70 today. And then three daughters were at this lecture, the children of former President Rawlings, including Dr. Zanoto Rawlings, MP for Clotte Collie captures here. I'm not going to show it to you. Just grab the newspaper. Zoomline donates to Save a Child, Save a Mother project. And I think this week somebody asked a question of what has happened to the works being done. We're told that the project has stalled a bit because of the rains. You know, we're starting from scratch. But this story says Zoomlion Foundation has presented a check of 50,000 Ghana cedis to the First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Ekufuado, in support of the Save a Child, Save a Mother project her foundation is undertaking, definitely in conjunction with the multimedia group. There's a picture of the presentation in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Quickly, let's turn attention to the back page of the graphic. Police shoot 2 robbers, arrest 6 others. Also, GPHA closes down unauthorized jetty. First, two suspected armed robbers have been shot dead at Mansong Kwantan. 6 others arrested on the Ejira Mampong Highway in connection with separate robbery attacks in the Ashanti region. And then the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has stopped works on a jetty and storage facility and the construction in Tema to receive liquefied petroleum gas from vessels. Details of these 2 stories and a lot more in the Daily Graphic newspaper of today. Roland, I'm done.
Okay, I want to look at the Ghanaian Times, but Mama V, you're being charged here by Delhi. Delhi from Tema. Since May 11, 2017, you've been sending messages and Mama V Owusu Abuaji has not been reading them. Today, I'm reading them for you. So this is the message you answer one message. You've been sending it for the last 2 weeks. Roland, Mama V doesn't read my message. Should I stop sending messages? But I know if it's Roland, he will read.
Hey.
Oh, you are.
Okay.
Please, I have read your message. But this is the only message. I don't know. This one is no message.
So why don't we just close this deal? I'm not going to read the messages anymore on the show. You take over since you can read everybody's message.
No. That's
and take the praise.
That's for you, dear. This life stops. Our life we get.
Take the praise.
I wish my former president, Jerry John Rawlings, happy birthday. Let's Rawlings inform Nana Addo Ekufuado that we need Galamsey back. That's the condition for the birthday wish. Okay, so we have the Ghanaian Times, Mama. On the front page, we have government policies yielding fruits. According to President, NIB wins $60 million judgment debt case. And we told that their counsel was Chikata. And then we have 58 suspected Mahama killers remanded. On the back page, though, we have GMPC to sponsor students studying oil. We have a picture there of Boachene Jackman addressing stakeholders, including parliamentarians and your members, ranking members of the Select Committee on Oil of Petroleum and etc. and all that. Okay, so I see Adams Utawakilu, my good friend. Good morning to you. Adams Utawakilu, Member of Parliament for Damango. Greater Accra DC schooled. But I have the Daily Guide. The Daily Guide says Ruby cocaine assets seized. And then that's the Daily Guide.
This is what the Daily Guide newspaper.
Daily Guide newspaper.
So but they seized the things, I think it's been a while back.
Yeah.
Because these items were taken from her shop. A rented shop, by the way.
The one along the
the Jolu, yes. The highway.
You know that place, right?
Yes, I do. Not when she was operating it.
No, yeah, sure.
It was after the whole incident.
There are a lot of the shops, if their owners have problems, I'm sure we'll know. That's a problem.
But listen, I think our little worry is these are... I don't know, these are like high-class goods, right? And so where they are sending them, would they be able to take care of the items? I'm thinking
you don't like dust. You don't have to use them.
Yeah.
They'll get dirty early, yeah.
Would they be better off selling the items off and using the money to do
I
something
think
else
so.
that
I
they
think
need
so.
instead of keeping these items.
I think so.
Because usually even those who have these things in their homes, you don't just find them anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, they're not like everyday
Used.
seating chairs.
Yes. You can't use them for every day because
Exactly.
they'll spoil in no time.
Yeah, and they must be kept under certain conditions as well. So are they better off selling the items and using the money for something else?
That brings to mind what the real issues are. Also on the front page of the Daily Guide, we have man busted with 37 stolen government cars. Here we go again about the subject of seizures, etc. We have 58
The
Muhammad
story
killers.
doesn't add up like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some missing link somewhere.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
As if it's true. But there's a story about my Nigerian friend, millionaire kidnapper, and the
Who's your
wife too
friend?
is here.
Suddenly, your friend.
No, it's because he's in trouble, so he's our friend, media friend. So details are emerging about the numerous criminal activities of the Nigerian millionaire kidnapper who was arrested on June 10, 2017 at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria, while attempting to leave Nigeria. According to report, the suspect, who also bears the name Even, started his criminal life as an armed robber at the age of 16, and ventured into kidnapping in 2009.
You know, Maxwell Agwagba has been.
He's only
following this issue
36
for
years
us.
old. Yeah.
Maxwell's been following this issue, and he's got an interview with the IGP
Is he
of
coming?
Nigeria.
Is he coming to brief us too?
No,
Maxwell?
we'll play back that interview.
Great.
But there were a lot more discoveries that he made as well. He's got photocopies, for instance, of the passport, the Ghanaian passports of the family. So of the wife, the husband, who also has a Ghanaian name.
Wait, you mean
yeah.
not only that he has a Ghanaian passport, he has
His wife
has a Ghanaian name
He's
in
got
the
a
Ghanaian
Ghanaian name in a
passport.
Ghanaian passport.
And the wife too has a Ghanaian name.
The wife has got the same birth dates as the Nigerian passport. Okay, so we have the name now. Asari Nelson is his name. That's his Ghanaian name in the passport. So his wife, I think his wife is also like Precious Asari or something.
Hey.
That's the Ghanaian name. Meanwhile, they've got Ghanaian passports. And they've got Nigerian passports.
And I know that the wife and the children
and
are
they've got
here.
2 children, yeah. So Maxwell has a lot more details. We'll play back that exclusive interview with the Nigerian IGP here on the show later this morning. Well, you shock or you shock price?
There's even a story. So they said his gang apparently they captured a successful Nigerian pharmacist and owner of Maidon Pharmaceutical Company at Ulokpeju, Lagos, Donatus Dunu, on Valentine's Day, and accordingly, they demanded 1 million euros,
wow,
or 500 million naira from his family. The suspect refused to take an amount 100 million euro released by the family.
Yeah, a lot more things that will make you open your mouth like you're doing right now and never close it when Maxwell brings that conversation.
But it means that we can have a lot more of such people. So supposing they decide to kidnap some big people around here.
Let's do the Finder newspaper, the Business Finder this morning.
Wow.
Keep asking the questions you're asking. We're all asking the same questions, but we don't want to scare anybody. The Business
but
Finder.
it's scary. You
I
can't say you can't scare people.
The Business Finder front page of the Business Finder is up next, and then we'll do the BNFT. Roland is still not over what he's reading.
It's scary.
It's scary.
No,
it is scary. I'm just...
Because we have rich people
I just hope that the information that the Nigerians are giving us, we're building on it. Because essentially, they've done a lot of investigations already, even for us. Do you get it? With the house, they've got pictures. They know where the houses are.
In Ghana.
They've given us the passports, the numbers, and everything. And that could only be illegal because they are not Ghanaians. So
but
for them
talking
to have
about
Ghanaian names and
I remember I've been to China twice, and each time we went, each of the trips that I went, we were detained for a long time. I think normally, because the first one we're traveling on diplomatic convoy, and so it should be swift. But the entourage, okay, of course the leaders went, but the entourage, because we had to travel separately, we were detained for a long time. And so later I went to ask the Chinese people, said Nigerians had our passports. And when we do one of the events, the first time I went, there was a Nigerian who plainly was a Nigerian, had a Nigerian accent, was even speaking the dialect with one of his people.
it was part of the Ghanaian entourage.
Then he didn't know that I was a journalist or something. Then when I asked him, he's called, then he called his name a Ghanaian name.
Wow.
And apparently had been in China for 3 or 4 years before then. And because they had our passports, and you know, our passports were almost the same, the old passports were almost the same. So they will detain you with a Ghanaian because they suspect that you are a Nigerian.
And try to do their checks.
Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of throughputs of travelers between Africa and
Charlie. Okay, well, you know, there's also the thing about, we know that we have Nigerians living in Ghana with us. We also want to find out their views on this development. So Maxwell Akpapa will be on that beat. That's in Roving this morning for us. So watch out for that conversation. Let's do the business finder though. Banks writes off 349 million Ghana cedis as bad debts in first 4 months. Story says banks operating in Ghana have written off a further 349.1 million Ghana cedis as bad debts within the first 4 months of this year, the latest banking sector report has revealed. And you can read a lot more business stories in the Business Finder. Quickly, Roland will do the Business and Financial Times newspaper, the BNFT. Or you want to live with the Daily Guide today?
The BNFT has the front page story. Act on firms promising excessive returns. Analyst tells the Bank of Ghana, I think so too, because they mislead the public and later it becomes a campaign issue and the political parties are held to ransom. I think that we need to do something about it. And I think the political parties should also stop promising that they'll pay their interest or pay the money lost. It just really doesn't make sense. You did the investment on your own volition and you should pay for the outcome. I think so. Government tables $100 million to groom job creators. And then we have $3 billion dollars lost in export proceeds annually, according to the Bank of Ghana. On the back page, though, Bank of Africa calls on Chief Imam and hosts its Muslim customers, and student internships must be with startups, universities as incubators. Rural banks urge to help develop agricultural sector. So those are the stories we have.
All right. And we've got a big dedication as well. Good morning to Professor George Teria Odampton, former Dean of Sciences, Department of Plants and Environmental Biology, University of inaugural lecture today on plant diseases, crop production and food security in Ghana. That's happening at the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences Auditorium at 5:30 p.m. today. All the best. That's coming from our colleague Abla. Professor George Teria Odampton, former Dean of Sciences, Department of Plant and Environmental Biology, University of Ghana, Legon. We wish you well with that lecture. Now, I'm asking if you want to hang out with a man who's celebrating his 70th birthday today, former President Jerry John Rawlings, this evening at the National Theatre, as Uncle Ibo White puts up an exclusive show for him at the National Theatre with his close friends and associates. Let me know right here on the show, and we will give you a ticket because it's strictly by invitation. Let's quickly do online review just before we go. And then maybe you can watch out for the questions on Facebook, eh? Yeah. We'll do 1 minute to answer. Okay, so let's do 1 minute on WhatsApp and SMS. Roland, my question is, so former President Jerry John Rawlings has been president twice in Ghana. In 1 minute, give me the years. The first year as he became, the time period when he became president the first time, and then the second time. But the clue is he's become president.
You mean in the Fourth Republic?
Yes.
Fourth Republic.
Yeah, in the Fourth Republic.
Not cool time. Fourth Republic.
Yeah. So send me in 1 minute.
What would they get?
The clock in studio ticket. Yes, it's
damage goods.
6:55 to damage goods. Yes, 6:55. Wow. So let's say 57. I'm going to check. Now. Yeah. Okay, quickly let's do online before we go. Benedict is on standby with sports. And this is myjoyonline.com. Amongst the many stories on the page today, NDC defeats Eastern Region executives, condemn lecturers' claims against Omane Buama and Tekpe. You know, the people who have, like the media will say, fingered people. Rawlings still booming. And at 70, what next? Well, is he still booming, really? You can read this piece on the page this morning. Fresh evidence, notorious Nigerian kidnappers' family also hold Ghanaian passports. There's a longer conversation with the Nigerian IGP with Maxwell Akpapa on the AM show this morning. Agambere descends on Finder newspaper for publishing. He is wanted for tax default. What exactly is he saying against the Finder newspaper? They broke the story yesterday, by the way. Seedlings shortage rocks government planting for food. Job policy, we know the Minister of Agric has been talking about it. Award for Young Writers slated for July. That's another headline on our page this morning. Let's move on quickly. Ghana Journalists Association at the crossroads of anarchy and disintegration. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be a good standing and vote.
Cocoa Board jabs
but I'm going to vote for Roland Afel-Money.
Over cocoa claims. Let's wrap up with the other stories on the page. Okay, so Ashanti region, 2 robbers die after gang engaged police in shootout at Dintro Boasik Parade. 25 faces. Okay, that was quick. All right, more stories on the page. You can check them out yourself. Make time to do that. Let's do City FM, Roland.
So we do City FM online. 32 alleged killers of Major Mahama to be arraigned on July 6th. Farmers wanted free fertilizer policy scrapped, according to Cocoa Board. Yo, we're here.
Now it's subsidized. That's the new.
Yo. Savelugu MPP youth apologized to Nanado. Yo. And then we have Cocoa Board debunks minority claims on cocoa price. Yo. And West African integration must be people-led, according to Umaru Fofana. The BBC's renowned West African reporter Umaru Fofana believes West African countries must do more for integration. Umaru Fofana, we know, is a Sierra Leone.
But that is no news.
Not at all. We've been doing this. I've covered ECOWAS and it's Atayase.
So people know their history.
Yeah?
People know their history. I know it's the messages that drop first that we're going to pick, right?
So we have the BBC page as Mamami prepares to give us. So we have the home page. That's a wall page. Mosul Mosque ruin shows ISIS defeat. And apparently, ISIS now have gone to the extent of attacking mosques, and they're said to be great religious advocates of Islam, and they're doing all that.
Shame on them.
Yeah, shame on them. Then we have other stories there. Donald Trump talks up solar panel for war. He says that, well, a wall has to be built, border or the bridge between the United States of America and Mexico. But he wants to put solar panels on the walls, but he wants Mexico also to pay for the walls as well. I don't know how it's going to pan out. See how that goes. There was a campaign message that he needs to bring it to fruition. And this one we have Prince Harry apparently saying no one wants to be king, but he's already born to be a king, so he has no option, right? It's as if that Charlie, I don't want to have money, but Charlie, already I'm rich, so what's the point? No, so this one is just a comment for amusement.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there's an honesty in there. I think, you know, like they like to live regular lives, but they were born into it.
No, yeah.
And they've got to do the work.
Before he was born, he was a leader. I mean, that's how it is. Yeah, so you're groomed to be. I mean.
But apart from that, I mean, he was born into it, Roland. What's the thing?
That's what I'm saying, that all this talk about no one wants to be king, that one.
Let's do the Africa page.
Yeah, mine.
Let's do the Africa page. But if you look at his life, I mean, he's been living a very
he lives more ordinary.
I mean, he has a girlfriend that a lot of people in the UK do not approve of.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sports.
So we have sports to go on to, but South Sudan apparently no longer in farming, we're told. But look at them, they are working there. I don't know whether we can declare this.
Janet in Borg sends you a message, Roland, and she's asking what's happening to the 11 ghost names that was taken off the payroll 2 months, no salary. Why? When we did all the necessary processes. Janet, give us a lot more information, and then we'll do some follow-up for you. Tell us, you know, which ministry that's, you know, you're related with. But we've gotten the messages as to the years in the Fourth Republic that former President Jerry John Rawlings first became president and then second became president. Lots of the messages that you've sent us on that, but we're going to select 2 people who sent their message correctly first. This one says, I wish Papa J happy birthday and long life. Ampem Danko is at Queens in New York, sending this message to the former President Jerry John Rawlings as he celebrates his birthday today. Stay with us when we come back from sport. We're going to reveal the 2 people that were given the exclusive ticket to join Mr. Jerry John Rawlings celebrate his 70th birthday at the National Theatre later this evening. More activations on Facebook as well, because I've got 10 tickets to give away. Stay with us. Benedict is up next with sports.